This morning was planned. I had secured a small group meeting with a key stakeholder, one of those high-impact conversations that could help steer our technical project in the right direction. I set expectations with my team. I had a scheduling conflict and would be late. No surprises. Our two tech leads would start without me. Simple. The next morning arrived, and as expected, I was running behind. When I finally made it to the office, I walked up to the frosted glass door. Through the blur of the glass, I saw the meeting already in progress. The client was sitting across from our two tech leads. The small office looked full. I put my hand on the doorknob, ready to walk in. And then I hesitated. Something in me froze. I felt like I was about to interrupt, that walking in late would be an inconvenience, that the room was full and all seats were taken, that maybe I had already missed my window to add value. I didn't want to break the flow of the conversation or make things awkward. And so I did what felt most comfortable in that moment. I turned around and walked away. As I walked down the hall, my mind started spinning. Why did I do that? I was the project lead. I had set the expectation that I'd be late. This meeting was important, and I had every reason to be there. So why did I let my natural instinct take over and hold me back? And that's when it hit me. This wasn't about the meeting. It was about me. I had fallen into my introvert zone, where avoiding discomfort is second nature, where the thought of inserting myself into an already flowing conversation felt harder than it should, where my mind defaulted to questioning my presence instead of affirming it. And so, I stopped. I took a deep breath, turned around, and walked back. This time, I opened the door. As soon as I stepped in, the client looked up. "Hey, good morning," he said with a smile. Then, without hesitation, he reached under his desk, pulled out a stool, and slid it next to him. "Come here, sit with us." I took the seat, and my tech leads quickly caught me up. The meeting continued seamlessly, and I found myself in the middle of a productive, engaging conversation, one that required my leadership, my insights, and my presence. And that's when it hit me. The discomfort, the hesitation, the feeling of being an interruption or an inconvenience, it was all in my head. I had nearly let my own self-imposed limitations keep me from showing up when it mattered most. For introverts, leadership doesn't always look like stepping into the spotlight. We often lead through thoughtful execution and quiet influence. But sometimes, that instinct to stay in the background works against us. We overthink. We hesitate. We convince ourselves that stepping forward will disrupt the flow, that we're intruding, that we're too late to add value. But that's not reality. The reality is, leadership is showing up. It's being in the room, taking the seat, contributing. No one was waiting for me to disappear quietly down the hallway. They were waiting for me to step in. I've learned that the stories we tell ourselves in moments of hesitation are often not true. Just because you feel like you don't belong doesn't mean others see you that way. Just because you assume you're interrupting doesn't mean you actually are. And just because it feels more comfortable to walk away doesn't mean that's the right choice. The hardest part is catching yourself in that moment of hesitation and choosing to step forward anyway. That moment standing outside the door was a small thing. But these small moments add up. They define how we show up, how we lead, and how we grow. And the best way to overcome it? Stop overthinking, remind yourself why you're there, and step through the door. I know I'm not the only one who's had a moment like this. Have you ever hesitated to step forward, only to realize later it was all in your head? How did you overcome it? If this resonates with you, subscribe to the Introverted Leadership newsletter or tune into our podcast on YouTube. And if you're facing challenges or need quick strategies, meet Coach AIVY, your on-demand AI-powered leadership companion. Coach AIVY is trained with decades of project management, leadership, and coaching experience to help you navigate tough situations, solve problems, and build confidence. The first edition is out now. Give it a try, and I'd love to hear your feedback. Let's continue to grow and lead together.